Seems awful cold out here. Little snowy too. Oh, and hello everyone, and welcome to Alaskan Road Truckers. I am Lightwolf, and here I will be taking you on a trip from Wasilla to Fairbanks. We're going to be dropping off a load of toys. I say dropping off a load of toys there to the local manufacturing companies. So we have a pretty long way to go. So I got a little bit of music playing in the background here, so I hope you guys won't mind. It just helps keep me focused because we do have kind of a long trip along the way. So basically we are all fueled up, ready to go and take on this hostile Alaskan winter. Better get inside. Heat on. The wipers might be stuck to the window, so good start. It is negative 28 degrees according to the temps, so better get that taken care of, huh? Always good to have a handy scraper with you. Very cold. I know what it's like to be out in this sort of temperature. It's literally like a wall of cold air hitting you. Put the dashboard lights on. Knock the brake off. Got a nice trip to make to the toy factory, the North Pole Toy Factory. Start that we have going on here. So I'm wondering, those of you actually watching this video, you know, what do you think of Alaskan Road Truckers? I think it's a decent game, other than some of the, to be quite frank, the jank drive mechanics. But once you get used to that, it's kind of easy peasy. I think it's just past this welcome. Coldest temperature I've ever been out is like negative 37, so I know what it's like to be out in this sort of weather. Granted, I've never personally been to Alaska, but I've been out in this kind of weather before. Honestly, I'm just going to take the main road out. It's 472 miles to Fairbanks. So this is going to be the first video in hopefully a series, depending on your guys' feedback. Depending on your guys' feedback, sorry, I had a cop back there, but depending on you guys' feedback, I'll see if I can continue on with the series. So this is just kind of my effort to actually revitalize my YouTube account here on the gaming side. And hopefully take it somewhere instead of just having it idle, and create some content for you guys. In addition to my live streaming, so if you guys don't know, I live stream over on Twitch 3 days a week, typically on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, starting at about 5 p.m. Pacific time. So if you guys want to follow me over there, link will be down in the description down below. But generally it is twitch.tv/LightwolfGaming333. You know, having also driven through snow, I really seriously doubt that I'd be able to have this good handling in snow, even with chains on. And I had to check the thing there to see if I actually have chains. But I think that the handling characteristics aren't too realistic in this game. And I would imagine why, you know, because they don't want it being too punishing for players. I think I need to check my settings here. So I'm looking over here and my graphics card, which is an RTX 3090, just is going, help me. I need air. There we go. We'll make it easy. Not sure why it resets to that every time, but that should be a lot better now. So I have one of those water-cooled GPUs that's connected to a radiator, so it's not an air-cooled one. But still, it makes it pretty hot in my room, and especially during the summer. Gotta love NVIDIA heat. Really surprised to see no traffic on the road. So back to my comment about what I was saying before, having actually driven in snow conditions similar to this, I just don't think that I would actually have the handling capabilities to drive this fast nor turn this smooth. It's a game. It is what it is. Actually going over speed that, but that's fine. We got places to be, man. So a question for you truckers out there. Post in the comments section below, how would you actually handle snow conditions like this? Experience always beats road learning, hands down. Well, I myself am not actually a trucker, and I don't have the training or the expertise of being a trucker, but I know friends of mine who are truckers, and certainly feel free to comment on this. Because I can guarantee they would look at me driving like this, like they'd be like, what are you doing, man? Because you'd be driving in extremely icy conditions. I could actually play music from the radio in this game, but I'm pretty sure some of it's actually copyrighted music, so I have some music actually playing in the background. So to warm things up, I do actually have a cup of coffee right here. Enough to melt snow, that's for sure. So for those of you wondering, I'm just simply using a keyboard and mouse here. I don't have a fancy wheel and pedals or anything. And it's what I'm accustomed to. It's fine. should come across the occasional car, but not a lot. Take off that other GPS map because I don't need it. I'm going to have the GPS thing right there in the center of the cab. Should be much more frequently checking my mirrors. Totally legit. And we definitely did end up in the ditch here. Tow truck back to road. Well, I'll just eat the loss on that one. You know, all things considering, it's only 89%. Oh. So I need to find a place to get turned around here. You know, I've seen some amazing things in my time. Turn around right there. I'm pretty sure that's completely realistic. Oversteered on that one. It's kind of what it's like actually when you overcorrect in winter conditions. You know, you can absolutely lose control of your vehicle. And it's dang near impossible to actually regain control of it. So we have 6 hours, 13 minutes to get this right there. I think we'll make it in time. 286 miles remaining to go. So with this truck company that I have here, Alaskan Road Truckers, I actually have another truck at my disposal as well. But this is the main one I like to use. I think I better slow down a little, just a little. I'm partially inspired by the content that another YouTuber creates, a man by the name of Kerbo, stream name of Kerbo. So shout out to Kerbo if you're ever watching this. You inspired me to make this kind of content. Hopefully with a little more care in the next video, huh? Because your reputation in this game will take a ding. sharp left. We just entered the small community of Paxton. So essentially this load is just going from where we started at in Wasilla all the way to Fairbanks. I remember back in the mid-90s, my sister actually lived in Anchorage, Alaska for two and a half years. She's oftentimes told me what it's like actually living in Alaska, especially when you go through the famous Alaskan winters. $230 miles to the destination. Yeah, she remembers what it was like actually going through the Alaskan winters, how they only had a few hours of daylight where she was in Anchorage. Granted, she was in the southern part of the state, so they still had some daylight for what it was worth in that part of Alaska, but if you went up to like Point Barrow, I think I've made an error here. Derped. Went off the road. Just absolutely fantastic here, man. So the important thing is to actually learn where your sight lines are on the road in snow conditions in real life. It's right about here is where we actually started here in Wasilla. We just passed through Paxton, about to hit Delta Junction, up to Fairbanks. So the main point I was trying to make, if you lived in northern parts of Alaska, you know, like if you lived up in Point Barrow or something like that, you'd have true polar day and true polar night. And I also used to work with a gentleman at a local Walmart in Meridian, Idaho, ages ago too, who was actually from Eagle River, Alaska. Shout out to you, Frank, if you're ever watching this, dude. Might be struggling with the snow, dude. That's fine, I got you. Just get out of the way. Places to be, man. But yeah, he worked with a fellow from Eagle River, Alaska. He told me much of the same thing about the famous Alaskan winters. Some pretty fantastic people up there, though. I'd like to go visit Alaska myself. Never actually personally have been, but always wanted to go. Definitely going over speed here. I definitely would not have the braking power in snow either. Delta Junction. $152 miles to go. I saw that 25-mile-an-hour speed sign right there. It's fine. Places to be, man. So the room I'm recording this video in right now is actually quite muggy and a bit warm. So we're certainly approaching summertime here in western Washington state. That's pretty common here this time of year. He's actually speeding up properly here. He's going to try to overtake him. Getting pretty close to Fairbanks here. About 68 miles to go. Why is there a sign facing the opposite direction on the side of the road? It is beyond me. Because I can see the back post there. It seemed weird that it's facing the opposite side, the opposite direction. How interesting. The spot I have to go to is right there. You know, I thought about flipping a UE, but I think I'm going to turn it around properly and do it through a parking lot here. be somewhere up here. I think right here is as good a place as any. At the hospital, and we'll just take out that stop sign on the way too. Totally legit. Just pump my brakes a bit. Place I need to is coming up to the right here. Look for a spot to get off at. Welcome to North Pole Toy Factory. Or should I say welcome to North Pole, Alaska. And there's a parking place right there. And it's clear. There's the office ahead. Get out, unhitch everything, and then go take our payment. Let's go accept their payment. Stuffing the things off. Payment $5,237, not bad. Unfortunately, we did have to suffer a $868 cargo penalty there, but we still gained a little bit of reputation from that. So, yeah. Not bad. Not bad indeed. All right, guys, my guy is quite cold out here. He's wanting to get back in. So that's going to do it for us for now. So hopefully we'll see you on the next video for Alaskan Road Truckers. And if you haven't followed me on Twitch, please do so at twitch.tv/Lightwolf Gaming 333, and the link will be down in the description below. Thank you very much. Let's go get warmed up. Bye bye, everyone.